everyone, and welcome to the Cardinal Stadium for CTN's live coverage of Football Friday night as the Cardinals host the Rogers Royals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, the Cardinals coming off a tough loss to Elk River. The Royals also trying to bounce back from a loss to Andover last week.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game today for Coon Rapids. Obviously, they're missing their biggest star on their lineup, but they'll have to adjust. Coach Russin talked to me. He said, we just have to put that game behind us. We can't think about what happened at Elk River. It was obviously a lopsided score, and really the same with Rogers. They lost, I believe, it was 42-10.
Correct.
So they have an opportunity here to bounce back as well.
Well, and when you look at the Rogers Royals, a team that was off to a 2-0 start with two pretty sizable victories before last week, and they're led by a guy on the inside, one of the big fellas that leads the team in emotion.
Well, usually you talk about a skilled position player, but Riken Downs really is the heart and soul of that offensive and defensive line. Applies a lot of pressure on defense. Offensively, he's a stalwart on that line.
And for the Cardinals, it's going to be Kingsley Freeman trying to pick up the slack with David Jeebley sidelined, and one of those things where you're almost midway through the season, but you have a bye week coming up next week, a rare rest week. So a little extra rest by taking tonight off for Jeebley gives Freeman a chance to shine.
This is a great opportunity for Kingsley because, he is the junior, so he ostensibly will be the man next year. So he's got an opportunity, big cleats to fill, but nonetheless, he's got a great opportunity here this evening.
Patro with a kick that carries into the end zone and a touchback, as Pearson was hoping to return it, but carried him into the end zone, and they'll start from the 20.
Offensively, the biggest key for Rogers, according to Coach Mark France, is we have to hang on to the ball. They've not been a game this season so far that they've not had a turnover. So this is something that they want to make sure they do, protect the football tonight, and they want to control the game on the, see if they can control some pace on the ground.
Vilasik starting out of the shotgun. He has an end in motion from right to left. Two receivers on that side. The handoff goes straight up the middle to Anthony Powell, and he's a big pickup for a first down out to the 35.
Yeah, and he's a big guy ahead of steam coming through the middle of that line, and really good job up front by the guys from Rogers in this first play here, just to open up the hole and be able to extend that play on the ground. Nice run to start the game.
Powell will stay in the backfield. Still two receivers on the left. Straight snap, waiting to throw is Vilasik. He's got the tight end in and out of the hands of Kyle Jackson. Would have been another first down, but Jackson couldn't haul it in. A good throw from Vilasik.
And the pass was right over the top of the linebackers, and unfortunately, as you're right, this couldn't come down with it and hang on to that football.
Tight formation on the left side out of the shotgun by Lasik. Will hand off again to Powell. Not a lot of room this time as the Cardinals drag him down after a yard.
And again, that's what they want to do. They want to contain them and allow them just a yard or two on the carry. You're going to see here just a little reverse of field. Just a really nice tackle there.
And now a third and long situation for Rogers. Vilasik likes to let loose. He passed 17 times last game, completed 11 of them. One touchdown, one interception.
That was Hunter Allen with a nice tackle to make sure he just kept it to a short gain.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 8. The pass is on the mark, but LaFave can't bring it down. That's going to be a punting situation for the Rogers Royals.
Lasik he whistled that pass in there, and again, it was a pretty pass. He had an opportunity to catch it. That's right on his hands, just couldn't bring it in.
2 out of the 3 downs. Receivers not able to come up with catches. And a punt for Rogers. High, short punt. Coming up and muffing it, where the Cardinals and the Royals get it right back. Falling on top of it was Mitch Jezierski. This is a short punt. You just got to stay away from that.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you want to make a play, but you got to make sure you hold on to the ball. I mean, that's a tough one. You've got 3 white jerseys around, and if you don't field that cleanly, it's going to be a turnover to the opposition. And it just went right through his hands.
So they'll start first and 10 from the Cardinal 42. A handoff to Powell, big hole, gets away, and he could go all the way. And after a muffed punt, a touchdown from 42 yards out for Anthony Powell.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The Cardinals defense did a good job of holding him on that first drive and then forcing him to get the punt away. And unfortunately for Coon Rapids, the muffed punt, 1 play later, leads to the first score of the game, and Rogers draws first blood here tonight. Look at the hole that he had to run through. Just a great job up front blocking, sealing off that middle, and he's off to the races.
A lot of motion trying to get the Cardinals off guard. The kick is up and good. Dylan Honnell makes it a 7-0 lead for the Royals.
Well, just like that, Joe, Rogers on top 7-0. I mean, look at the hole that he had to run through. I mean, just a lot of territory. Does a nice job of just turning a little bit to the inside, and once he got past that second wave, he was gone. No one was going to catch him. It's the neon section across the way, the Rogers faithful.
They travel well. It's a good crowd across the way. Cardinal Nation in blackout gear, hoping they have a little more to cheer for.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have a lot to cheer about last week in the loss to Elk River, but this week they're hoping now they're back at their home field. They have an opportunity to win this contest. They have to do a better job of hanging onto the ball, and Coach Rustin will be the first one to admit that.
Honnell, a low line drive kick, hops about the 20 and is fielded at the 7. Decent return out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Max Walls getting the Cardinals into good field position to start.
Walls averaging about a little over 28 yards a return. Of course, he had that long run back, I believe it was 90 yards earlier in the season.
Out of the shotgun, Du Bois looks to throw, complete to Cummings Coleman. He turns and has a first down out across the 45.
Head coach Mark France mentioned Cummings Coleman when we talked before the game. He says, they've got some awfully good skill position players, and we have to keep them in check. And you can see why. They get him the ball in space, and he does a nice job of running after the catch.
And he's just a sophomore. They look to him again, another catch, another first down into Rogers territory, out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line.
And that's what Coach Rustin wants to see from his offense, Joe. They want to see them moving the ball here, and certainly 3 and outs there. They don't want too little of those. And there's an opportunity here on this first drive to see if they can put a score and match the one put on the board by Rogers.
Well, a quick 26, 27 yards on 2 plays, and they have it first and 10 from the Rogers 41. Freeman in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Hit and gets a yard at most. Not a lot of room up front. A good job by the Rogers defense.
Yeah, that middle of that Rogers defense did a really good job of collapsing at the point of attack. And I mean, you can see him coming down and beating the blocker in, getting an opportunity to hold him to little to no gain.
So on 2nd and 9.5, turn to give to the wrong side, a little miscommunication, and Du Bois is being tackled along with Freeman in the backfield. A broken play, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, drive started out nicely here, but a couple of tough plays in back-to-back for the Cardinals. And as again, just a little miscommunication there in the backfield, and which is not going to turn into a good situation.
Not easy to tackle 2 guys at once.
Yeah, you got to be strong.
So it's going to be 3rd and 13 from the 44. Cardinals taking their time. 3 receivers left. Cummings Coleman, the lone wideout on the right. Dubois has time, looking long for Cummings Coleman, has him, touchdown!
Boy, it was a beautiful pass. The defensive back kind of stopped, thought it was gonna go a little, not go as far as it did. And Cummings Coleman did a nice adjustment on the ball, and it was right into his hands. Perfect throw.
It looked like it was going to be picked off, but he did stop up a bit short.
He did.
And Dubois able to lay it in there beautifully for Kaijon Cummings Coleman.
Yeah, and good adjustment on the ball by Kaijon.
Kanzler came over, he just cut it a little too early. Kick is up and good. And it's a tie game at 7-all, and we're just not even midway through this first quarter.
Well, you talk about a big answer, good protection up front, allowing him plenty of time to heave that ball. And there you see the defensive back stop short, thinking the ball wasn't going to travel as far as it did. Well, Kaijon knew that it was going to travel further, and he was able to make the catch and put it into the end zone before the first score of the night for Coon Rapids. Nice offensive play drawn up by the coaching staff.
Yeah, 4 plays to go 68 yards and took just over 2 minutes off the clock.
Well, and that's the kind of answer that they needed, Joe. It's something that, especially after turning the ball over on that punt and then having a quick score thereafter, they needed to have a sustained drive, which they did, and did a nice job of putting into the end zone. 5 plays to go 68 yards, took 2:29 off the clock, a 44-yard touchdown throw from Dubois to Cummings Coleman.
Petrus set to kick it away. He was able to get it to the end zone on his first kick to start the game. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. Kanzler from the 4. Looking to his left side, cuts up, finds a little seam, now has a blocker to get him to the right side. A foot race out near midfield, and he's tripped up as he gets to the 45. A big return for Kanzler, and he's the one that, or was that Eric Pearson?
I think that was Pearson.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Pearson.
Yep. Just a beautiful
What a
run
great
back.
return.
Oh, no, and it puts him in great field position. And again, you give up a big play on special teams.
And the Cardinals are going to stop him for a loss on first down. That's a big response from the defense. Powell's first couple of runs of the night were pretty big, including the 42-yard touchdown, and this time the Cardinals got to him in the backfield and stopped him for a loss.
I mean, look at the push up front. They just did a really nice job, again, just firing off the ball and winning at the point of attack that time.
Loss of 4 sets up
James Kennedy, and then Kiffmeyer made, Kennedy, initial contact, Kiffmeyer with the tackle.
2nd and 14. The pitch goes outside, and Powell not able to get back to the original line of scrimmage on the option to the right side. So good job keeping the edge for the Cardinals. Will set up 3rd and 12.
A big situation for the Cardinal defense here. If they can get a stop in this situation, this would be a big opportunity for them to do so.
It's about the same spot on the field they forced him to punt before. 3rd and long, play action. Vilasik has time, finds a man, and has a first down into Cardinal territory. Strong catch by Josh Running.
And again, Running was able to bring in the ball, and there's a guy all over him. And again, did a nice job of concentrating on that pass. You're going to see it just float over the defense. Then then immediate contact, but he did a nice job of making sure he gathered it in, bring it to the turf.
First down at the Coon Rapids 37-yard line. Handoff on the sweep. And trying to get around the corner is Running.
That's coming back.
Flag on the field. He picked up about 7 on the carry, but we'll see what the flag is.
They're going to call a hold. Waiting for the call from our official.
Well, they're definitely marking it off, so looks like it was right at
shut, and it's
was
one
well
ball and two
downfield, but they
strikes
mark
still.
it off back to the 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 12.
You can see right there, you can see the hold on the edge.
LaFave just getting a piece of jersey. Trying to help running around the corner. This time they run up the middle, a pickup of 5 for Powell.
You know, this was a tourney team last year. They lost a lot of players, but the youngsters for Rogers have stepped up, especially against Bemidji and Monticello. And Coach France told me that he feels this group will really continue to improve as the year goes on.
So 2nd and 7 from the 33. Goes inside to Kanzler running around the right side. He gets the corner and the first down. And the Royals will move the chains again.
Again, the guys up front doing a good job of controlling that line of scrimmage. And you're going to see him being able to use his speed to get around the corner. Just a missed tackle, a missed opportunity there, and before he picked up the first down, but nice run.
And a first down at the Coon Rapids 22-yard line by Lasik out of the shotgun. And the handoff, no, he fakes the give to Powell. He's got it on the keeper, a block to the outside. He's going to dive forward and be very close to another first down.
Powell has been testing the middle of that defense all night so far. It's a good little trickery from Rogers as he keeps the ball. And you don't see a black jersey there for a little
Kanzler
bit.
doing a nice job of getting him a block way downfield. He's going to come up just short of the first down. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 13. Quick throw left side complete. Kanzler cuts back, has a first down and more. He's going to be stopped just shy of the goal line, but he made a couple of Cardinals miss to get several extra yards after the catch.
Well, yeah, just the awareness of where he was on the field, able to cut back into the middle a little bit. See here, the quick throw to the outside, the nice move there. And then he's going to cut again inside before being taken down just before the goal line.
Big stop from Jacob Kiffmeyer. But it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They go to the Wildcat. Right up the middle, touchdown.
Again, just the big guys up front. Not a lot of where to go.
Jazierski runs the Wildcat, and he gets it and goes straight ahead for the score.
Yeah, again, easy touchdown for Rogers there, so you're able to pound that one in.
So just over midway through the first, and it's a 14-7 or 13-7 as they drop the snap, and after all the mess, it's a failed attempt.
We'll see if that gives Coon Rapids the edge.
Another look at the touchdown.
Again, Jazierski doing a nice job of getting into the end zone.
13-7.
Hey, you know who's
Teach me to not say things too fast.
Exactly. You know who's watching the game tonight?
I would
Someone
guess, but
near
I
and
know
dear to our heart.
I know you were going to tell us.
Former coach and teacher here at Coon Rapids, Jeff D. Joy, one of our favorite guys, who's watching the game just for the sole purpose of being entertained by you and I.
And the football on the field. And tonight, we've got a good one so far. If it can maintain this kind of back and forth throughout, it remains to be seen. But so far, it's been an entertaining contest.
Yes, it has.
Honnold to kick it away. Short, high kick will bounce, and it's fielded just inside the 20, and the Cardinals almost turned it over again. But you've got to secure it, because if they get it, it's their ball.
Absolutely.
So.
You got to, again, you got to fall on that ball in that situation. He did drop it. Well, he picked it up and tried to run, but in that situation, you've got too many white jerseys over there. You just have to fall on the football.
So Coon Rapids will start 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Du Bois. He's got Kingsley Freeman in the backfield with him. Royals showing blitz. Cardinals look to the sideline.
Now, Joe, I know the Cardinals want to establish a run game here tonight.
Du Bois drops, throws complete to Kaijon Cummings-Coleman, and they were ready for it. A lot of white jerseys there to make sure he got nothing after the catch, a gain of about 3 or 4.
Well, they know how dangerous he is, and so they're putting an extra backer over there just to make sure to keep an eye on him. And you see a couple of white jerseys coming in your picture to make sure they brought him to the ground, because he is dangerous after the catch.
And his 4th catch already, including the long touchdown. They're going to give him out to the 22, so pickup of 5, 2nd and 5. Three receivers on the left side, and again, Cummings-Coleman, the lone wideout on the right. Kingsley Freeman in the backfield, and that's going to be delay game.
Yeah, so the 5 they picked up will be now marched back.
Oh, they called the timeout.
Oh.
I saw Coach yelling after the fact, but he did get the timeout.
Oh, that's good.
So they will not lose the yardage.
Happy to hear that. Teaches me to jump to conclusions. Well, you put it in my head.
We're learning all kinds of things.
You put it in my head.
Certainly would love to keep timeouts in a tight game, but those 5 yards more important at this point.
Well, especially where you are in the field, too. Kind of a slow-moving first quarter, 13-7, 4:28 still in this first quarter.
Well, time is moving slow because we've had so much action.
I know. Time always moves slow when I'm around you, Joe.
So 2nd and 5 from the 22. Du Bois out of the shotgun. Screen pass goes to Freeman. A lot of room in front of him. He cuts back and has a nice first down out across the 40 to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, they did a really nice job of drawing the coverage away from that side, and then just the quick little throw out to Freeman, and he had plenty of real estate to pick up the yardage here.
Well, they were very concerned about the deep threat wearing 31 down that side.
Well,
so
you can see how they cleared out that whole area.
Completely cleared out. So they're giving the 45, a 23-yard pickup, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Handoff goes to Freeman. He's going to be spun down and dropped for a loss of about 5.
I mean, and that's just a really, really good heads-up play. That was Tyler Johnson in from his defensive tackle position to beat his man at the line of scrimmage and able to get into the backfield.
Split their receivers this time with Cummings-Coleman and Fearing on the inside, looking over the top for Oleman, and he had a step, but the ball just too far in front of him, and it'll be 3rd and 15.
Now, in your situation where you've got a long 3rd down, but again, it was a good opportunity. You're right, Oleman had a step on him, but a little too much on that football, just over the outstretched arm.
Well, and Fearing was working the post on the other side. That they both had an opportunity in the middle of the field. Just a little bit too much air under it for Dubois, and it's a tough third down situation for Coon Rapids. Dubois steps up in the pocket being chased, runs into his lineman. He's going to be spun down and sacked for an additional 2-yard loss, and the Cardinals will be forced to punt.
Well, that time the defense brought the pressure here and forcing Dubois to step up in the pocket. And again, he just didn't have a receiver. Good coverage downfield, just didn't have any, find anybody. But now you're going to see him step up into the pocket and really run into his own guys. But at that point, Rogers able to recover and get back to him and bring him down for the loss.
So Rogers could get pretty good field position out of this. High, short punt is fielded and a big hit immediately. Again, stepping up on those punts into packs of people, dangerous, but Kanzler able to hold on to it as he was buried immediately. But they will start from their own 35-yard line. Still 2:23 to go in the first quarter. Fake the give, and Vilasic's going to keep it himself again. This is going to be good for about 7.
Yeah, that
good
was
gain on first down.
Well, a nice fake because it faked the left side of the defense out. Like Vilasic too. As you can see, puts it in the gut and then out. Does a nice job of turning upfield. Good job protecting the football. Make it a second and short. And of course, there's a lot in your playbook that you can do with second and short.
Handoff goes to Powell, trying to get around the left corner. And he's going to be very close. Looks like he is going to have enough for the first down.
Yeah, I think they're going to just mark him right out, just past the marker. He does, again, good job of getting to the outside. And there's the hit, but not before he's going to pick up the first down.
They brought Jackson from slot right to slot left, and he helped clear the way and allowed Powell the edge in the first down. From the 45, handoff goes to Powell, off left tackle, big hole, tripped up. He's going to have another first down, but that one could have gone the distance again if that shoestring tackle isn't made.
Eric Onda does a nice job of making sure he brought him down, because you're right, he may have gone the distance had he not been brought him down at that point. Good job getting around those ankles, bring him to the ground.
Gain of 10, 1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 44. 3 receivers on the right side. Vilasic will hand it off to Powell. He's caught in the backfield, dropped for a short loss.
Alan Hunter coming in. Watch number 28 come into your picture. Great job of getting low and bringing him down around the ankles.
Pitch bobbled a little bit by Pearson, recollects, cuts upfield, still on his feet and still moving forward. Whistle finally blows, and they'll mark his progress to about the 37-yard line. Gain of about 7 on second down.
That's a big play on second down, because now it makes your third down a little more manageable. Again, just trying to keep those legs going, trying to move forward, get an extra yard.
Ball marked at the 38. We'll make it 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. But that will be the end of the first quarter. Rogers has a 13-7 lead, and they have the ball when we come back for the second after this on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinals sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Back at the Cardinals Sports Complex, a very pleasant evening in late September and an entertaining contest so far. Home crowd blacked out as they host the Rogers Royals. Rogers with a 13-7 lead and a 3rd and 5 in Cardinal territory to start the second quarter.
Yeah, Cardinals looking to see if they can stuff them here at the point of attack, and I mean on third and manageable situation.
Most likely 4-down territory.
Yes, absolutely.
Shift goes left. Handoff goes to Powell. He finds a way in the middle and has a first down to the 31.
A little bit slow to get up. Hopefully he's okay. And again, look at the job the offensive line does. It just pushes guys out of the way, permits him to pick up that first down.
Handoff coming back to the near side for Kanzler. Got a blocker forced out of bounds right around the 23-yard line. So a gain of 8.
Well, again, you see the Royals running, keeping this drive on the ground. As again, plenty of opportunity to run here. Doing a good job. Nice seal block on the outside there.
They run the motion. They keep 2 tight ends in there.
Yep.
The receivers all block well. To be honest, especially with the first couple of attempts by Lasik, I expected him to throw the ball more. And from what I had seen in what few stats were available for the season, handoff goes up the middle to Kanzler, and he's going to get near the 20. It's going to be very close to another first down.
Yeah,
looks like they're going to mark him just barely short.
Yep. Again, just good job of falling with his blocker and then getting a little bit of space for himself. Cardinals bring him down just short.
No, now we're going to get the first down.
Okay.
So 1st and 10 from the 21. Quick throw, picked off and going the other way. No chance to catch it, but yes, there is. Wow, what a job tracking him down by Kanzler. Great read by Max Walls. He nearly took it the distance, but the Cardinals are going to be set up deep in Rogers territory.
Again, that's a mistake there. Walls did a great job of reading that, where he was going with that football. Yeah, Walls has been a star in a number of different facets for this Cardinal team this year, and it's unfortunate that he couldn't take it the distance, but nonetheless, what a pretty interception.
Impressive speed by Kanzler to catch up to him. Ball on the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 after the great pick by Max Walls.
Now the Cardinals must capitalize.
Holman in motion from left to right. Run going left. Quarterback keeper. Dubois cannot get the corner. May have gotten a yard.
Yeah, may have gotten a yard. And that's just good defense by Rogers, able to string that run out to the outside and cut off really what he wanted to do. He didn't allow him to cut upfield, and just a minimal gain for Dubois.
So 2nd and 9 from the 10.
And how huge was that play, because Rogers was driving.
They were. That's one way to flip the field. Cardinals call another timeout here early in the second quarter.
Well, I think Coach Russell knows how important it is for him to come away with points in this situation, because obviously it looked like he was going to maybe go the distance, and then, as you mentioned, great speed to catch up to him. Not quite the speed was DK Metcalf caught up to Buda Baker, but nonetheless, that was pretty impressive. He's looking for a little oxygen. That's a heck of a play.
Had the big return a couple weeks ago up in Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm saying that's, he's been one of the stars for this team. He's been solid on defense, quite obviously, and in the return game, as you mentioned.
Second and 9 from the 12. Dubois rolling to his right, has time, lost to the end zone. That pass is incomplete. Looking for Ullman in the back corner, and well defended.
And it floated just a little bit, allowing the defense to catch up a little. He's just trying to find him, as you mentioned, in the corner of the end zone, and he's just going to float this one up. But and still able to get it over the defense, but just tough situation for him to bring it in.
Caden Peterson right there, and
now you're in
not
third.
sure if he got a piece of it or not. Now it's 3rd and 9.
Obviously 4 down territory, I believe, anyway.
Dubois in trouble, a flag in the backfield, and he's sacked.
That's holding, and it'll be declined, I'm sure.
Well, and I'm not positive it's 4 down territory when you're only down 6 in the first half. But either way, a sack would make it a tougher field goal, and penalty may make it even more.
Absolutely.
Nope, penalty is declined.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
4th and very long. And they will roll out with, puts them at the 17.
No, at this point
so
you
about
have
a 35-yard field goal.
You have to kick the field goal, at least attempt to kick it here. You have to come away with points after that interception. If you come away empty, it'll be a tough situation for the Cardinals. Even though the game's close, it's just the fact that you were that close to putting some points on the board.
So this will be a 34-yard attempt for Patru. And it's blocked. Pearson got behind, got the block. Cardinals able to cover it up, but he got around the right end of the line untouched.
Yeah, that gives them really good field position.
Oh, it wasn't Pearson that got it. It was actually Kyle Jackson.
Yeah,
Pearson was definitely back there, but it was Jackson that actually got the block.
And again, just good pressure in the middle. And good field position now for the Royals.
Yeah, after the block was recovered way back at the 40, that's where they'll start. Still plenty of time to go in this second quarter. Handoff goes to Powell, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 4.
Eric Gonda, again, perfect tackling technique. You stay low, you get him around the ankles, you bring him down. Nice textbook tackle for Eric Gonda.
Still a gain of 4. And the Royals offense looking to roll again. You did say early in the broadcast that taking care of the ball was one of their priorities.
Yes.
Big turnover stopped the last drive. Start with a couple of runs here. Powell turned toward the outside. He's going to gain less than a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
Again, great job by the defense. There's Max Walton on the tackle, pushing it wide, getting penetration, and forcing him to negative territory.
Looks like they do give him a yard.
Oh, they did give him a yard? Okay.
but it was good pursuit down the line. There was no way he was going to turn upfield.
Give a shout out to my good work buddy, Mike Shuno, who watches us every week. I've converted him and turned him into a Cardinal fan. Thanks, Mike, for watching.
3rd and 5. Valasic has lots of time. Throws left, incomplete, intended for Owen Kanzler. So a punting situation for Rogers after forcing the Cardinals
And again,
to a 3 and out after the big interception.
Defense stepping up the last couple of drives.
Walls awaits. Going to kick it away from him. It'll take a Rogers bounce, and they'll get a great roll. Cardinals will start inside their own 20.
A little bit of a longer field to start here this drive with 7:50 remaining in the opening half. 13-7 in favor of Rogers. Cardinals like a nice long sustained drive here. And again, trying to get points on the board.
Well, the last drive started at the opposition's 11, and it went backwards. This drive, they started their own 17. DuBois out of the shotgun. Looks left, throws right, pass is complete on the bubble screen, coming back in and finding a bit of room. And then a flag comes in late, and that was a tough hit.
That was a tough hit, and I'm not sure if that's where they called the penalty, but it's going to go against the defense. And yeah, he's and they can ill afford to lose him. He's coming out under his own power. He definitely took a hit. We'll see what the call was. Oh, it's against the Cardinals. All for naught. Hit him right on that thigh pad.
Very elusive, but yeah, he got
they call that
hard.
A block in the back. I think what they did is called that a block in the back. I didn't see that enough of it to call penalty. I don't know what highlights Hennon thought in the truck, if he saw something different than I did, but it didn't look like him.
So it was after the yard markers, so after the penalty, it'll be 1st and 8 from the 20. DuBois looks right, pass is batted down and nearly picked off at the line by Onigo. So I'll make it 2nd and 8. DuBois rolls to his right, now looks to run. Coming back to his left, a stiff arm.
That's a face mask.
Couple of flags on the field. He was close to the first down, but
watch the face mask coming up right here. There you go. There you see it.
And no 5-yard variety, even though in high school football, even though you saw he released it right away.
He did.
Secured the tackle another way.
They it off 5. They do mark it off 5.
Either way, after the flag, it'll give the Cardinals a first down at the 32. At this point, anything to get the offense kick-started.
Absolutely.
Cummings-Coleman back on the outside, wide right, so that's good news. Cardinals go to the left and incomplete.
Now, DuBois had to get rid of it quickly. He was under a little pressure there.
Pass intended for Logan Stockhausen.
And watch the pressure coming right up the middle. He was fortunate to get it away.
Second and 10. Dubois back, chase from the pocket, looks to run, gets a block, has a good gain of first down and out of bounds right near midfield.
Yeah, again, just good vision to figure out where he needed to be to pick up the most amount of yardage to move the sticks, and he certainly did that. He got that and then some. And look at the real estate he had. He stepped up in the middle and then went to the outside.
Right there.
Yeah, great block, and then again saw plenty of green in front of him.
18-yard gain. Makes it first and 10 from right at midfield. Handoff goes to Freeman, cuts back, has a nice gain, stacked up just across the 45, a gain of 5.
And again, they'd like to establish that. It looks like Freeman's hurt. You can see it again. I don't know if he got hit right on the shin. Oh yeah, that's not good.
Foot. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
His foot got rolled up right there.
That's the ankle, maybe a high ankle sprain.
Either way, he is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he certainly is.
Tyler Johnson had hold of his ankle.
There's David Jeebley
The bottom of a pack. And
nursing a little injury of his own.
well, good to see he's up and walking on his own power. He was clearly in a lot of pain to
Yes,
begin,
he was.
and we'll have to keep an eye. And that's, you hate to see anybody miss any time,
Exactly.
any chance they get, because it goes so fast.
It does. Do you notice how Jeebley was carrying the football on the sideline? If you ever see Joe Yund around town, you'll notice he's carrying a microphone with him wherever he goes. It just keeps it on him all the time. But there you see it with holding that football.
Not sure what
The holdup
the
was.
extra delay is now, but we finally have the umpire moving out. Dubois rolling to his right, throws complete to Fearing. He'll have a first down to the 37.
And I know that's a player too they'd like to get a little more involved in the offense, is Jared Fearing. Youngster's pretty good athlete. They see good job rolling to his right, finding Fearing.
Needed 5, got 9. First and 10 at the 36. Kaijon Cummings-Coleman is now in the backfield.
There's head coach Mark France. He told me to find a younger, better-looking coach and just ID him as Mark France, but I told him I couldn't do that.
Handoff goes to Cummings-Coleman, avoids being in trouble in the backfield, finds a way through the traffic, and he's going to be forced out just before the touchdown. Kaijon thought he got it. They're going to say the canceller saved another touchdown.
Let's see if we can see it.
Looked like a Cardinal was on the way to pay dirt.
He looks okay to me, Joe Yund. Looks like he's running hard. Yeah, you can see his foot did go up.
Kanzler, you remember, was the one who tracked down Walls after the interception. Now keeps another touchdown. First and 10, or first and goal from the 2. Run up the middle is stopped just short.
Yeah, it's stuffed. Coach Russell told me Kaijon will play in the backfield a little bit tonight, and there we see it.
Up under center, the quarterback sneak. Dubois spins and is in to tie the ball game at 13.
That's just a smart play. He realized he did not have it up the middle, just spun and was able to fall into the end zone for the touchdown. That's a big one. Good job by the Cardinals to answer here. We were tied at 13, an extra point away from a Cardinal lead. Now watch him go in the middle, and he sees it's stuffed, and he's just going to roll, get into the end zone for the score.
So Patru now can give Coon Rapids a lead with an extra point. This kick is up and good.
That is true.
And Coon Rapids is in front, 14-13, 5:24 to go.
And watch it again, just getting up quickly to the line of scrimmage and trying to push forward, but the Rogers defense got a really nice push and smart play by the boys, able to spin and score.
Well, we had a bunch of scoring early in the first quarter, and some back and forth, some turnovers, a blocked kick, a blocked field goal attempt.
Yep.
And now Coon Rapids able to march down, punch it in, and take a 14-13 lead.
And their defense has been playing well. You know, after giving up some big chunks of yardage early on, they've been doing a much better job of tightening up, forcing some 3-and-outs. And now, as you mentioned, they take the lead. And opportunity here to see if they can clamp down on this offense again.
Kanzler and Pearson are deep. Kanzler will take it from about the 10. Looking for room up the middle, finds a hole, cuts back to his right, and another big return into Cardinal territory and forced out inside the 40. And the Royals are right back in business in Coon Rapids territory.
Well, yes, they are. And again, you know, it's special teams giving up another big play. And great run there on the kickoff. As you mentioned, phenomenal field position here for Rogers to see if they can answer back again after Coon Rapids took the lead.
Well, we got 5:13 to play. It only took about 5:13 to score the first 3 touchdowns in this contest. Ball was snapped, and that ball is live. They looked confused. Cardinals pick it up and then dropped it, and I think Rogers got back on it, but they are gonna be 100 miles away. Talk about miscommunication, hurting, and then just you've got to fall on that ball. That should be Coon Rapids ball.
Oh, you
right
have
there.
to. You again, just mistiming on the snap. And nobody realized where the ball is, and you just got to. Obviously, you want to scoop and score. Everybody, defensive player, wants to scoop and score. But in that situation, it's bouncing around. You're the big fella up in the middle, James Kennedy. You just have to fall on that football, and it's your ball right there. Now, granted,
it's
a huge loss.
2nd and 41.
What's in your playbook for
Handoff goes to Powell. He gets a big hole, and he's going to gain back most of it, dragging Cardinals with him into Coon Rapids territory to the 47.
Yeah, you got it. Good. I mean, I'm going to give credit in a way, and especially right till about there. You've got to be able to bring him down. Good blocking though, for him to get that initial surge. But then you've got to make sure you get a hand on him. You got to bring him down.
So it'll be 3rd and 15. Looks a lot more manageable on the scorebook than 2nd and 41.
I just give it to him again.
26-yard gallop. They pitch it to him on the right. Cardinals force him back inside. He's across the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 9 from the 37.
Oh, and that's not an easy play on 4th down. Oh, he's coming out. Got a core injury of some sort. Let's see if we can see what happened at the end of this run, but got a lot of contact in the back too, but now a big 4th down situation for this Cardinal defense. Boy, I tell you, Joe, if they can stop him here.
This is a big play in this first half. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Vlasic out of the shotgun. He's got time. He throws deep, incomplete. And the Cardinals will take over on downs.
Yeah, just a great job by the Cardinals after that horrible miscue from the center on the snap to push them way back. It put them in a tough situation to try and pick up that first down, but then a little too much air on that. Good coverage downfield by the Cardinals, step for step. And the Cardinals will take over the ball at the 37-yard line.
How big was that snap right after the long return? Timeout, Rogers. And Coon Rapids just one timeout, but still a lot of time, 2:55.
Well, how important if they could control this last 2:55 and try and get some points on the board. But, you know, if they control it and go into the halftime with a lead, it would be big.
And Coon Rapids will get the ball to start the second half. But this is a big drive. Points would be
huge,
big, but not allowing any time whatever it results, not leaving any time for Rogers would be huge. Of course, they would take the quick strike if, they could go 63 yards on the first play.
There's
it's Isaiah Hennon.
I'd say Isaiah in the blue sweatshirt,
the youngest of the Hennon
holding
boys.
the water bottle.
The oldest of the Hennon boys is directing tonight's show.
Not paying attention, just like his dad.
He is highlights himself as
look at that,
clad in support of his children. Who
absolutely, and that's I would expect nothing less.
But Coon Rapids now has the lead. The ball, second quarter, winding down. A bad snap, rolls on the ground, but Dubois able to pick it up and get forward for a gain of about 3.
Well, at least you get something positive out of that. It's just the bad snap, and the boy able to pick it up.
Gain of 2, that is. Ball marked at the 39. The oldest of the Hennons would be suited up, but nicked up a little bit on the sidelines.
He'll be back.
Play action, throw over the middle, pass is complete. Solid catch from Lofton Ogorski.
Yeah, just nice little diving catch. Able to haul it in.
And more importantly, a first down.
Absolutely, moves the chains.
Out to the 49-yard line.
Plus, we talked about it's controlling the clock. The clock continues to move.
Down inside at 2 minutes now. Dubois out of the shotgun. Waits, looks, now wants to run, avoids a tackle. It's tripped up and will have a short gain from 49 to 49.
So again, looked, didn't see anything to the outside and figured he would try and pick up some real estate up the middle. Nice tackle there. Make sure. Got him around the ankles. That was Kyle Jackson.
Looking long, wants Ogorski again, and that's incomplete. With him all the way was Owen Lefebvre. And it'll be 3rd and long.
Now that stops the clock as well.
I think Freeman's back in the backfield.
Yep.
So that's good news for
Absolutely.
the Cardinals. Lots of time for Dubois. The throw is incomplete. On the left side looking for Dominic Ullman.
Well, I think he had Ullman too. Again, it just didn't get the throw on it, underneath it that he wanted.
And after the big stand, the Cardinals will punt it again.
Yeah,
you got to be a little concerned. You don't want to give Owen Kanzler too many more opportunities.
Well,
both Kanzler and Pearson have had big returns. Sean Sullivan set to punt, standing just outside his own 35.
punts away from him, which is smart. That was a
and
good
he's
kick.
going to get a good roll. It'll be down to about the 22-yard line. Only 1:07 remaining, so long field, short time, but a couple of timeouts for the Royals.
And again, that just smart. You keep it. He's been having, as you mentioned, he's been having a good day on the returns. And just keep it away from him.
So Vlasic from his own 22, 23, hands off to Powell. Powell with a nice gain and out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, he runs hard.
Mark him out at the 30, so a gain of 7.
You see, just kind of a little misdirection there. Powell's able to gain that edge.
Well, after a couple of runs by Vlasic, you've got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lots of time to throw, looking long over the top, incomplete. Double guarded was Owen LaFave.
Yeah, and the faithful across the way from us, they were looking for a flag there, but we're going to see it here.
Sullivan with him, step for step, hand is up, not affecting him at all, and that pass is uncatchable anyway.
This is correct.
So it'll be 3rd and 3. Oh.
How do they call that after the fact like that?
Well,
I don't understand.
marked him out to the 45. I'm not sure what the call was.
Our officials, if he's where they call pass interference, that's not a good call. I'm sorry. I'm a homer. I'll be the first to admit, but that's not a good call.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45. Vlasic chase, throws back to Powell on the screen. He's got blockers in front of him. A first down inside Cardinal territory to the 45-yard line. And now we've got a flag against the Royals.
Block in the back. Is it? Well, that hurts them. Let's see if we can see it. I must call it right there.
So it's 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage even because they mark him back to the 33. So it'll be 1st and 22. Handoff goes to Powell. No. Yes. Short gain. And I think after those penalties back and forth, they're going to call their timeout.
Yeah, they definitely are. You see just shade under 41 seconds remaining.
So they'll have one remaining, 40 seconds left in the half. Obviously a 1-point lead for Coon Rapids.
Well, they would definitely like to keep it that way because, as you mentioned, they do get the ball to start the second half. So if they can go in with that 1-point lead, that's a pretty good half of football for the Cardinals. Nice crowd here tonight for, as you mentioned earlier, Joe, we talked about what a beautiful night it is.
So 2nd and 20 for the Royals. There's 40 seconds to go. Handoff goes to Powell. He's got a good gain out to about the 44, so it'll be 3rd and 11 from there. And there will be the last timeout from the Royals.
28 ticks remaining. There's the give, and again, does a good job of following his blocker and makes a couple of guys miss. It's a good running back.
So it'll be 3rd and 11, 28 ticks on the clock. I thought they got it in with a little more than that, but
So Powell really, Joe, is the backup running back to Caden Carlson, who actually lacerated a kidney last week against Andover.
Intestine.
So, or small intestine. I'm sorry. Did I say, what did I say? Kidney? I shouldn't be talking out of turn. A small intestine.
Pitch goes to Powell on 3rd and long. The Cardinals collapse, stop him for a loss. And now Coon Rapids will call their last timeout with 18 seconds left.
See if they get like an opportunity maybe to call a play here after the punt. Good job again by the defense to string it out.
Well, they should get at least one. I mean, 18 seconds off the clock on a punt would be a lot.
Yeah.
Well, the Cardinals have had a big special teams player too go against
they have.
them.
Yep, they certainly have. Like to
They're
get a big one.
not going to send anybody back. Hansler, the punter, will boot it away, and this one will take a long roll. Be down inside the 15.
With
and 6 seconds, the Cardinals will come out and just take a knee.
Yeah, they'll take a knee. Yeah, it's too long a field to really try anything at this point with just 6 seconds remaining.
You could
hook and ladder. The old hook and ladder.
It came back to bite them last time they were here, just before halftime. Yeah, they'll just take a knee and go to the locker room with a 1-point lead.
And they're pleased with that 1-point lead.
Absolutely, and an entertaining first half. A lot of scoring in the first couple of minutes, and then a lot of defense the rest of the way. Cardinals punch one in and take a 14-13 lead to the locker room on CTN.
with the ice, and we do this every night.
Hey, let's give it up again for your Coon Rapids dance team.
The dance team will be hosting their mini clinic for children in preschool through 8th grade tomorrow. It'll be at the field house. Please give them all of your attention when you show up, and thanks, dance team, for hosting. Next up, we love to see them. We're so glad they're here. It is your Coon Rapids cheerleaders and mini cars.
Hey, look at that spirit. Come on, let's give it up for our Coon Rapids cheerleaders and mini cars. thank you so much to our high school cheerleaders for leading the way. So much appreciate your efforts, showing the little ones how to keep that Cardinal spirit alive. Thank you so much. Let's welcome them back to the field, your award-winning Coon Rapids Marching Cardinals. Coon Rapids Marching Cardinals are ready to get back onto the field and present their 2021 Field Competition Show. Today we find our heroes on a quest to save the world from a great evil. Villages have been ravaged, livestock have disappeared. A strange dungeon has been unearthed nearby. Who knows what dangers lurk inside? Our heroes must travel within to save the day. Journey with us if you dare, for the dungeon awaits. Cardinal Nation, let's get ready for the show. Drum Major, DJ Quest, is your band ready? You may take the field for your halftime show.
Ladies and gentlemen, make it time for your award-winning Coon Rapids Marching Cardinals. We want to wish our Marching Cardinals the best of luck as they compete at the Rose Rock Country Band competition tomorrow. One more time, a huge...
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Back at the Cardinals Stadium, Coon Rapids a 14-13 lead after an entertaining first half against the Rogers Royals, and it looked how in the first 5 minutes of this game we were going to see an absolute battle with back and forth offense, but then the defenses came in. We said exciting plays on special teams, defense, and enough offense to keep the fans on their feet.
You know, I thought for sure too in the beginning Rogers was going to run the ball quite a bit, and really Cardinals did some nice adjustments on defense because I think they really kind of took them out of that running game and made them do some things they didn't feel comfortable with doing. But it is a very entertaining game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it started with the Cardinal defense stopping the Rogers Royals on their opening possession, forcing them to punt, and it kind of put us gave us a taste of what this first half was going to be. A high punt misplayed by Kavanaugh. Rogers jumps on it. The very next play, Powell goes 42 yards for the score, puts Rogers on the board less than a minute and a half into the game. But the Cardinals answer, Dubois going up top, a 44-yard connection to Kai John Cummings-Coleman. The Royals able to answer with a short touchdown. Walls has a pick that he almost takes back the distance, but he's tracked down at the last second by Kanzler. And then the Cardinals late in the half able to get Dubois in on the quarterback sneak. And the extra point, a bad snap on an extra point is the difference in the game.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, offensively, it couldn't be more equal. 186 total yards for the Cardinals, 187 total yards for the Royals. So, and this is an opportunity, Joe, for Coon Rapids. We're getting the ball here to come out in the second half, to see if they can up their 1-point lead. And
it is very much about Powell, who has over 100 yards rushing for the Rogers Royals, and Kai-John Cummings Coleman, who has 89 yards on 5 catches and that 44-yard touchdown, and then he's also got 35 yards on the ground, so over 100 all-purpose yards for him in the first half.
Yeah, and I'm impressed with Du Bois. 8 of 14 for 131 yards and a touchdown in that first half as well. But, there was a Hall of Fame celebration here today, Joe. Very, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, there's something they started doing just a couple of years ago, honoring 3 different Cardinal Hall of Famers now. Katie Bestel-Lakinen, a 96 graduate, and was All-State in track. Her former coach, Roger Gorham, who is in the Coaches Hall of Fame, and Mark Hodson, also
great baseball player
this season. Had a little bit of a celebration over at the school, and then later announced before the football game. And a cool thing that they started doing, like I said, about 5 years ago, I think, putting people in the Coon Rapids Hall of Fame.
It's great. It's a nice event, and definitely those 3 individuals worthy of the Coon Rapids Hall of Fame nomination. And exciting stuff in that first half for Coach Nick Russin and his staff.
We couldn't have shown it all in the highlights package, but you had the bad snap on the extra point for Rogers that cost them the 1 point, which is the difference in the game right now. You had the blocked after the Walls interception set the Cardinals offense up at the 11-yard line. Rogers held them to a 3-and-out and then blocked the field goal and took over back at the 40. You had Kanzler with a couple of Kanzler and Pearson both, a couple of really nice returns for Rogers on special teams. And then you had the bad snap after the long return. You had the bad snap that cost them 31 yards.
Crazy play. I mean,
and they almost got that yardage back before turning it over on downs. So just a wacky and entertaining first half from the Cardinal Stadium.
Now we'll see what the second half brings us, because you're right. It was entertaining, but this is obviously anyone's game with the Cardinals leading by 1 point as we go to the second half.
Hey, Coon Rapids will get the ball back. They have that lead, but a little nicked up. We talked about it. David Giebly, arguably the team's best player and certainly their biggest offensive threat, a little nicked up, and they gave him tonight to heal up, and then you're going to have the bye week next week so that he can be fully ready for that last half of the regular season schedule. And then Kingsley Coleman comes in and gets injured in that first half, or Kingsley Freeman comes in, and then now you have Cummings Coleman in the backfield. And hopefully there's David right there. A great kid, outstanding athlete.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I hate to see anybody miss any portion of the high school career because it's so short. But hopefully they'll both be okay and return to normal next week. Dylan Honnell on to kick it off. It's a short, high, end-over-end kick. Bounces at the 20, fielded just inside by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is going to make his way out to the 30-yard line, so decent field position for the Cardinals to start.
Yeah, nice opportunity here for the Cardinals on their very first drive in the second half. You know, one of the things Coach Rustin always talks about, playing with confidence and you know, doing their jobs and trusting their teammates. These are things that he builds his program about.
Well, and they do have Freeman back in the backfield. He did come back in late in the first half, but we have not seen him touch the ball since, so don't know just how injured that leg may be. They flare him out to the right side. Dubois looking over the middle, has a pass complete to Fearing, a first down out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, I talked about it earlier in the broadcast I think I did anyway, but maybe we talked about it previous to the broadcast. I was at practice on Tuesday, and Dubois was throwing the ball really well. Just a nice, quick little throw over the middle. Fearing able to gather it in. But
both quarterbacks, I thought, threw the ball pretty well. You saw, especially on the Rogers side, a couple of drop passes, but keeping it is Dubois, and he's got room to run on the right side. And Alley a first down, and he's into Rogers territory down to the 40-yard line.
Again, just the fake to Freeman, and Dubois is able to take it around the right side. Just, the give inside. Had one defender fooled, and nice job of clearing out that far side. And Dubois is able to pick up plenty of real estate in front of him to pick up and continue to move the chains.
15 yards, sets up 1st and 10 from the 39. 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Ullman, the man in motion for Coon Rapids. Handoff goes to Freeman. He's going to be spun around and dropped for a loss as the Royals stack the inside of the line.
Yeah, and then and then he tried to jump it to the outside, and again, good defensive pressure on the edge as well. He's going to try and step it in and roll to the outside.
So it'll be 2nd and 14.
There's Wyatt Gilmore on the tackle for Rogers.
Dubois throws left, passes complete to Ullman, a short gain to the 39, gets back what they lost on first down, but it'll set up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, now a 3rd and long situation for the Cardinals here on this part of the field. And we'll see what, there you see, Freeman ran into Dubois. Big 3rd down. Cardinals like to keep it going here.
Dubois, straight drop, has some time, rolls right, now throws. That pass is incomplete. Lookings for Kaijon Cummings-Coleman.
Now's the decision for Coach Russell. They're going to go for it at this part of the field on 4th down and long. Good protection for him as he's going to roll to his right. Just that pass, I don't know if it was tipped a little bit.
Going to bring out the punting team, and Sean Sullivan will try to pin them deep. Kanzler standing right about his own 10. This is a high, short punt. They'll clear out. It'll take a Cardinal roll and then spin back in the Royals' favor, and it'll be down right about the 18.
That's still a long field for the Royals to start their first drive here in the second half.
Well, with the first couple of plays going very well, Cardinals were hoping to sustain it, but after those first 2 plays went for first downs, held and forced to punt, and we've got a timeout by the Cardinal defense early in this 3rd quarter. We saw Coon Rapids forced to take a couple of timeouts early in the first half.
Yes, they were. Coach Nienaber saw something he didn't like, so decided to call timeout, make sure the defense is on the same page as everybody else.
Coach's Nienaber.
Coach Zahn Nienaber, of course, Zach's old man.
The one and only Golden Grappler.
The Golden Grappler. Now we'll see what the defense has to offer here. The defense really clamped down here as that game went on, did a really nice job of controlling what Rogers wanted to do offensively.
Handoff goes to Powell, big hole. He blows through it, breaks one tackle. He's got a first down out close to the 35.
Yeah, Powell had 19 carries for 140 yards and a score in that first half. And we talked about now they're going to hurry up here. They're going to try and catch this Cardinal defense off guard a little bit.
Pickup of 17, 1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff Powell again, this time on the left side, breaks through, he's got room to run, and he is trying to take it to the house again. Cardinals track him down inside the 10 and stops inside the 1 yard line.
Well, he just
64 yards, and the Royals are knocking.
He runs so hard, and he is not the starting running back, as we mentioned, for this Rogers team, just bouncing off a tackle. And then he's got deceptive speed for a bigger guy. Cardinals able to track him down.
And with that carry, over 200 yards in the contest. Kanzler's in the backfield. He'll get the carry and the score.
Yeah,
oh, no, I'm sorry, that was Pearson. And they answer very quickly.
Yeah.
How about 3 plays to go 82 yards?
That's impressive, and you obviously do it all on the ground. Again, just untouched into the end zone. Good job blocking down by the offensive line.
Kick is up and good. And then a flag comes in as this is going to hurt the Cardinals on the return. Another look at Pearson trotting into the end zone from the 1.
Well, as you mentioned, a quick answer after the Cardinals drive stalled. The Cardinals have another opportunity to get it back on offense, see what they can do about answering that score. Three plays to go 82 yards. You talked about Joe Young, 1:09 off the clock. Pearson capped that off with a 1 yard touchdown.
I think they're just going to get an extra 5 yards on the kick. So Hanel has not kicked him real deep, but 5 extra yards. Kavanaugh, set the Cardinals up with pretty good field position on the kick to start this second half. Hanel with an extra 5 yards to try and pin the Cardinals even deeper. Line drive to the far side, and that's out of bounds. And the Cardinals will get better field position at the 35.
They'll definitely take that one. Nice place to start their drive here. Trailing 20-14 now. After their last drive, it started out nicely, then it just fizzled out a bit.
It was not a false start. It was a legal procedure.
Legal procedure.
But, yeah, kind of 2 penalties. I'm sure the coaches are just shaking their heads off. First, the running into the kicker for Coon Rapids to shake their heads about it. Now, the kick out of bounds when you have that extra 5 yards.
We'll see what.
But they're
Coach Russ.
But they're putting it at the 30-yard line.
Why? Should be at 35.
Should be the 35.
Yeah, it should be at the 35.
Unless that rule changed. Looked like Coach Russin was asking for an explanation, but they will start from the 30, still decent field position. Handoff goes to Freeman. He finds a little hole and dives forward for a gain of 3.
I think that was Cummings-Coleman.
Yep, you're correct.
He's got a cramp. Oh, I hate those. What do I always tell you to take, Joe?
And I was told that Lucy Wynn, one of the girls' soccer players, watched our game and was following your advice, drinking
Pickle juice. And did it work for her?
And she was also eating bananas. I don't
bananas,
know
a lot
at
of
the
potassium?
same time.
Yeah, no.
But
She wasn't dunking the banana in the pickle juice.
I don't think so. 2nd and 7. Dubois throws, passes, batted, and picked off. Going back the other way is Gilmore, and he's forced out of bounds. And that was a really heads-up athletic play by Gilmore to first block it and then somehow stay with it and make the juggling interception.
You know, we've seen this all night, just blocked passes at the line of scrimmage. That type Gilmore just originally.
Even got bumped by his own guy from behind.
That's a tough one for the Cardinals. We talk about turnovers and, ball control,
especially
ball security.
after a big touchdown to take the lead back for the Royals.
Yeah, now you give them phenomenal field position to see if they can build upon this lead.
Cardinals had the ball for just over 20 seconds. Handoff, and now throwing downfield. That pass is caught for a touchdown. It's Caden Peterson throwing to Owen LaFave on the halfback option. And that's how you turn a turnover into points.
Well, and I think that's the last thing this defense thought from this offense. They have obviously been running the ball with a healthy dose of Powell, and then just a great design play to catch the defense off guard a little bit.
And just like that, the Cardinals crowd is silenced. Their 14-13 lead is now a 12-point deficit. Kick is up and good. 27-14, Rogers leads.
A couple of scores here in the second half to build that lead, and you got to be impressed with the fact they're able to do so. As you mentioned, just a quick score as they got the defense fooled on that particular play, and Rogers opens up their lead.
And how quickly things can change. The Cardinals started with the ball in the lead. Got 2 first downs on their first 2 plays. Then got stopped, punted. A 3-play, 82-yard drive puts Rogers back in front. The second play, the defense is out there. They get an interception. Next play, another touchdown on a halfback pass from Caden Peterson.
I love the call. I just love the
Absolutely. And he put it in a perfect spot. LaFave makes the catch. Kavanaugh will take this one from the 19. Looking for room, tripped up as he gets out to the 30.
Yeah, again, good field position for the Cardinals to start this drive, but now they're in a little bit of a hole.
And they
Down by
cannot
2
panic.
scores.
Still a lot of time.
Lots of time.
Play action. Du Bois pass is batted down again. This time it was Mitch Jezierski getting up and getting hands on it.
We've seen at least 4 passes batted down here this evening by the Rogers defense. And just great timing on your jump. Get your hand up there. That's what they teach you to do, and did it well.
Second and 10. Du Bois drops back, throws, passes picked off. Pearson read the route well. He's going to get wrapped up and taken down, but Rogers right back on offense at the Cardinal 35.
Wow, that's a tough one. A couple of back-to-back interceptions on drives, and deep in your own territory. As you mentioned, just nice job reading that. And a good interception. Did a great job of reaching out and pulling it in. And Rogers in great shape again. It's sitting at the 35-yard line here, already up.
Well, look at it this way. 3 straight plays that have been passing attempts. All 3, the Royals defense has got hands on it. 2 of them are interceptions. Handoff to Powell, finds a hole, gets to the outside, forced out of bounds after a gain of about 8.
I mean, Powell, as we talked about, runs with power, but he also does a really nice job of following his blockers. And that
yeah, he's patient. Yeah. He waits for his hole to open.
Yep.
And the guys in front of him have done a nice job of getting those holes open.
They certainly have.
Handoff, Moore again, this time wrapped up and dropped for a short gain. It will bring up 3rd and about a yard.
Well, I think we'll continue to see a healthy dose of Powell.
And this is a big 3rd down, although I think the Royals will go for it on 4th down unless they lose yardage, and a lot, but they won't. Moore, Powell in the middle, touchdown.
Boy, he's having a phenomenal night. Good-looking running back. And again, Rogers doing what they needed to do, turning turnovers into points. And they've broken open this game. They've scored 20. Almost now will extra point kick away from 21 points here in this second half already.
More importantly, in less than 2 minutes, and just barely more than 90 seconds off the clock. How quickly a game can turn. Couple of explosive plays, a couple of turnovers, and all of a sudden it's 34 now to Coon Rapid to 14 for the Royals.
I mean, again, look how hard he runs. I mean, and he just runs past everybody. And great job just continuing to fight by that offensive line for Rogers. Continue to fight at the point of attack and driving your man back. So, there you see that. There you see the numbers: 23 carries for 259 yards, 2 scores. And we're still plenty of time left in the 3rd quarter. He could gain 300 yards on his own here in this contest before this game is over.
7 plays of offense in the second half for the Rogers Royals. They've scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In the last 4 plays on the field, the last 2 drives have only been 2 plays for the Cardinals, and both have ended with interceptions on the second play. Kavanaugh fields from about the 10, weaving his way through traffic out across the 25 and stopped at about the 27.
3 plays, 35 yards, took just 46 seconds off the clock, and Powell again with his second touchdown, 26-yard run to find pay dirt.
I think he may not have been the starter next week or last week, but I think he's saying, Coach, I want to be the starter the rest of the way.
Yeah, he's done a pretty good audition to get that job.
Cardinals will start 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. They swing Cummings-Coleman out, get it to him on the screen. He found a hole and a first down out across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
And again, good blocking by the Cardinals just will allow him to get that. They did a good job of holding off blockers and not letting the Roger player get to the sideline. You're going to see good blocking out there and just going to turn it upfield.
And as we talked about early on, he's fast.
Yes.
Good vision, so if you get it to him in space, he can be dangerous. He'll stay in the backfield with Dubois on 1st and 10 from the 48. Just midway through this third quarter, fakes the give, and Dubois trying to spin out of trouble in the backfield does turn it into a positive gain. Pickup of about 3.
Yeah, defensive front pretty quick there for the Royals, just getting into the backfield. But
well, and Wyatt Gilmore's been all over, and he was not fooled by the fake. And right behind him was Jezierski, making sure he may get a couple, he's not getting a lot. 2nd and 7 from the 46. Dubois throws right, complete to Ullman on the screen, and he has trouble just getting back to the line of scrimmage. They are going to give him, dive forward for maybe another yard, but it'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 3rd in a long situation here. Try and cut it upfield, but good job by the defense just to really recover and force them to go for a 3rd and a little bit of a long situation.
3 receivers on the near side. Blitz is coming, low snap. Dubois trying to find room to run. A defender fell, got tripped up, and he's going to be very close on that far side. We'll see where they mark it.
Yeah, it depends on the spot here. He might be like a half a yard short, depending on where they spot it.
Broken play, and
yeah, it's going to be about a half yard short.
Got out of there. Cardinal on the field is what the defender tripped over, is what allowed him to get outside. So it's going to be 4th and about a yard from the 48 of Rogers. The Cardinals are going to go for it.
Well, you have to, I think, at this situation.
Another low snap. Dubois scoops it up.
He's not going to make it.
He's hit, and he's going to be stopped short of the marker. And the Cardinals are going to turn it over on downs. And that's Rakin Downs.
Yeah, we talked about him.
Emotional leader of this squad, coming up with a big play on 4th down.
Yeah, he just stays out there. You're going to see him coming in and getting low, making the tackle, putting enough on him to bring him to the ground.
Defense making it very tough on the Cardinal offense, and the Royals offense making it look all too easy so far in the second half. How about some more? Look at him just carry guys. Anthony Powell having a monster game, another first down.
Yeah, he really is, and you know we talked about how hard he runs, and I mean again, he's just delivers the punishment.
Another 15 yards right there, as he gets close to 300 yards. We talked about it. Cardinals gave up 394 yards, or 96 yards, I don't remember, to Elk River last week on the ground, and now just a single back is closing in on the 300 mark as Anthony Powell dives forward for 5 more.
Yeah, he's the epitome of a workhorse.
Well, when something's working, you just keep going.
That's right. Is that why we've been here so long? Or are we the opposite? But somehow we're still here.
Play action. Vlasic looks over, and the pass is just incomplete out of the fingertips of Caden Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson had a bit of a step, too.
And Peterson threw the last touchdown, this time looking to get him on the receiving end of a long score. Instead, just out of his reach, able to get a finger on it. Third and 7, everybody in tight. Pitch goes to Powell to the right side. Weaves his way. He's going to be just short of a first down. It'll be 4th and 1.
Yeah, so obviously 4-down territory here in this situation. And, you know, I think we'll see him give it to number 28 once more. Of course, I'm sure the Cardinal defense feels that way as well, but it hasn't seemed to matter. A young man will sleep well tonight.
Handoff goes to him again on 4th down, and the
stopped him.
Cardinals may have come up with a big stand on 4th down. Max Walls is certain of it.
Yeah, that's the case. Good job by the defense. Come up big with a big stop there. Octavian Podubny.
How often do you see that? Back-to-back turnover on downs.
Not often.
I mean, he reeled off the big 15-yard gain on the first play, but when something's working, you keep going to it. Sometimes you can go to the well too much. Cardinals take over 1st and 10 from their own 28. Du Bois out of the shotgun. Kaijon Cummings Coleman in the backfield with him. They'll sprint him out to the right. They'll swing it to him on the screen. Gets turned upfield and is going to gain about 5. Good downfield blocking from the Cardinals receivers. But the Royals very aware of where he is at all times. Not going to let him really break one free. On the carry, did break a tackle, get a first down out to the 40-yard line. Cummings Coleman carrying a pretty heavy workload here this evening for the Cardinals.
Yeah, without Gibli, you knew he would. He's such a good athlete, as we've mentioned. But he does a nice job of just keeping his feet moving and picking up that first down.
Handoff goes to him again. He's able to break some tackles, spin his way out across the 45 to the 46.
Let's get to him. Just, you know, nice move to juke to the inside. Pick up those 5 yards.
And while he has been productive from the backfield, he's also your most dangerous downfield threat.
He is.
Play action, the pass complete to Fearing. He has a first down into Rogers territory to the 46. Just seconds remaining in this third quarter, and it has been all Rogers. 21 unanswered points coming over the span of about 90 seconds. Cardinals are going to let it tick away, and they will start the fourth quarter in a big hole, but they have it 1st and 10 in Royals territory. You're watching high school football live on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Well, the Cardinal fans went into halftime pretty excited, up 14-13. But a couple of turnovers, a couple of big offensive plays, and the visiting crowd in Neon is all fired up.
There's some chicken fights going on across the way.
And they packed the stands over there. Cardinals fans trying to stay in it. There's still plenty of time, but you know when you give up two turnovers and 3 touchdowns in less than a 2-minute span.
Yeah, it makes it difficult.
Tough to keep your fans energetic.
Yep.
Couple of
That's our job.
turnovers on downs, and the Cardinals have it 1st and 10 from the Royals' 46-yard line to start the 4th quarter. Play action, Du Bois, pass complete, 1st down to Nate Kavanaugh to the 30.
Yeah, and Kavanaugh made a nice little move at the end there just to cut to the
that
inside.
was Stockhausen.
Okay, so Stockhausen made a nice little move to the inside to pick up a couple additional yards.
Gain of 16 sets the Cardinals up at the 30. Handoff goes to Cummings Coleman, and the Royals were ready for him. He falls forward for a gain of 2.
Yeah, not much room there as they collapsed around him.
Wyatt Gilmore had one of the interceptions, and he's been all over the field.
Yes,
Another
he has.
tackle for him on that play for a short gain. 2nd and 8. Du Bois drops back. Cox fires to the right. That pass is complete to Fearing. Turns upfield and tripped up as he gets inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, good job, good protection up front. Allowed him to kind of look down the field and survey it. And then a nice pass to Fearing to set him up, knocking at the door, the Rogers goal line.
24-yard gain, and it is 1st and goal from the 4. Ullman, the man in motion, handoff goes to Cummings Coleman, and he's into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Coon Rapids.
Yeah, another misdirection play, and Coon Rapids did a nice job. You know, coming Coleman so quick to the outside, able to get into the end zone for the score. And that's a lift for this Cardinal squad and their fans for sure.
And with the flip of the field, the touchdown comes right in front of the Cardinal faithful. Kick is up, and it is good. 34-21. It looked like it might have been touched.
Yeah, it took
but Patcher able to put it through.
8 carries for 61 yards and a score so far on the night for Cummings Coleman.
He's also got 86 receiving yards and a score.
And a score. He's all-purpose here tonight. And the chest bump with David Jeebley.
Well, no one is more excited for his teammates than David Jeebley.
Yeah, absolutely.
A great teammate, great kid. Just a bubbling, buoyant personality when you talk to him. He's so excited about Cardinal football. And of course for Cummings Coleman, just a sophomore, 5'10", 175 pounds, and as we talked about, probably their best deep threat receiving, but an admirable job behind in the backfield as well.
8 plays to go 72 yards. Took 3 minutes, 32 seconds off the clock, and then Cummings Coleman.
And now the
Finishes
defense,
it off with the 4-yard
there's still
run.
a lot of time in this game, but the defense can't allow Rogers to take big chunks of either field or clock. They need it because they need a couple more scores.
Oh, the offense did their job. The offense did their job, and they came out and put points. Now it's the defense turn to clamp down, and as you mentioned, see if they can. Love to force a 3 and out, get the ball back here. Plenty of time. 10:32 remaining in this contest.
Well, Cardinals with 3 turnovers, and the Royals have committed 0, and that one got through the first line, but then wisely swallowed up by Ryan Lund, and they'll have good field position, but doesn't take any time off the clock and no real threat of a return.
No.
So they'll start from the 28. Not an easy task to get these guys off the field quickly, but here comes Powell some more.
He fumbled.
He fumbled it, and the Royals looks like are able to get back on it, but it's been a very steady dose of Anthony Powell.
It's the only thing to go wrong for Anthony Powell here so far tonight is, I don't know if we got a hand in on it. We got a hand in on it, but unfortunately the Cardinals, not a black jersey there to fall on the football.
So it would have been about a 3-yard gain, instead only 1. It was Wyatt Bell that got to the loose ball for Rogers. Peterson, the man in motion, he'll get the carry. Nice hole for him on the right side. Tried to come back to the sideline, tackled forward, and should have enough for the first down. That's Kanzler, excuse me.
Oh yeah, he's picked up.
Been all over the field.
Yeah, they've had a number of contributors. Powell for sure, the leading one here for Rogers tonight, but he's also done a pretty nice job.
Well, and he's returning kicks. He's
Yep.
their punter. Plays on defense. And of course, he had
Swiss
the
Army knife of
he had the
Rogers team.
The touchdown saving tackle after the Walls interception. Handoff goes to Pearson, and he'll dive forward for a gain of 7.
He's came out with a little bit of an injury, holding his arm. His elbow, maybe.
Second and 3. Handoff goes to Powell, and he was met in the backfield, able to dive forward back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, excuse me, that was Ryan Lund.
The Cardinals defense just swallows it, gets him for a short gain, but
Where they marked it, it's even a loss of a yard.
Oh, they did give him a lot?
It's going to be about the same.
About the same.
About the same. But on the sidelines, it looks like he's staying a lot closer to the 46. Either way, a big third down. And on the keeper is Vlasic, and he is not going to get it. He's going to be about 2 yards shy. And I would assume a punt upcoming for the Royals.
I would, yeah, they would be foolish not to do anything but punt the ball here with a 2-score lead. 7:45 remaining in the
I don't know, 28
quarter.
is averaging about 10 yards a carry. But yeah, it's...
Yeah, no, you holding a lead like this, it's the only move they feel they should make.
On 4th and 3. Owen Kanzler standing at his own 35-yard line to punt to Walls. Short, high punt, end over end, will go out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So decent field position for the Cardinals offense to start after a successful drive their last time out. So mission accomplished for the defense.
Well, yeah, the interesting situation now, he's down by 2 scores, but still plenty of time left. If they can come down here and get another score, all of a sudden it's a different ball game.
.33-yard line they will start, as you see Josh DuBois looking to the sideline for the call. Kai John in the backfield with him. Straight drop, DuBois, lots of time. Now chased, rolls right, throws incomplete, out of bounds, and in the general vicinity of Lofton-Ogroski, but really just getting rid of that, save clock, no chance to take a sack. But there was just good coverage downfield. He had lots of time, but no one to throw to. Bring up 2nd and 10. Fake the give, throw picked off and going back the other way. And that was Mitch Jerzinski. And the 3rd interception for the Royals here in the second half.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. You know, with 7 minutes remaining, it's Cardinals had a pretty good drive previous to this, and then the interception thrown here right into him. And you've seen that pressure come inside all evening long for that front line of the Royals defense, and again, just they're getting their hands up, doing a good job that time.
And that was just
right in
maybe
this midsection.
Trying to force one into coverage, because he was looking for Fearing, but Fearing was well covered behind Jerzinski, the linebacker. Pass is incomplete. Peterson had it, but not able to control it, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15.
Yeah, nice. It was a nice throw in there. He just couldn't control it.
I've been pretty impressed with Vlasic's arm.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's fitted into some tight windows, some nice passes that have been very catchable. They bring Powell back in. He has the carry, but no gain. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, good job by the inside of that defense just to stuff that run. And Powell had nowhere to go. Had a little asked one of our officials something there. Wasn't sure if he thought something happened, but looking for clarification. Nonetheless, Cardinals doing a good job of stuffing him in the middle.
So it'll be 3rd and 10. Rolling is Vlasic. Throws to the end zone. That pass is caught. No signal, touchdown.
That was again a pretty throw to the corner of the end zone.
The officials looked at each other for a while to determine if he got a foot down in bounds.
I think he did.
They ruled that he did. Here's another look. Kanzler right on the edge. Hard to tell, but it was ruled a score, so that is all that really matters. The kick is up and good, and it is 41-21 Rogers.
Yeah, again, more points off of turnovers. They've done such a good job at that. Again, just a really good job of rolling to his right and then the throw to the corner. See if we can see a better angle of it.
Oh, yeah.
I got both feet down.
2 feet down. Only need one in high school.
Yep, but nonetheless,
you get
2.
them both. And that most likely the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I would assume so at this point with 6:13 remaining.
Can't turn the ball over.
Nope.
It's just the way it is.
Nope, absolutely.
Especially deep in your own end, and that's 3 interceptions in the second half, plus the muffed punt, all turned over in their own zone.
Yeah.
And setting this offense up in great field position is not a good idea.
It is not. There you see the scoring drive for the Royals. Kanzler, 15-yard TD catch in the back of the end zone. 3 plays, 15 yards, 47 seconds off of the clock.
Kick from Arnold will be handled from the 6. Kavanaugh will come to the near side. He finds a seam and he's got a lot of room. Just has to beat the kicker. And Arnold got just enough of him to slow him down, and he's stopped. But across midfield, a great return for Nate Kavanaugh.
Yeah, again, just following his blockers, going around the wedge and then turning it upfield, just doing a nice job. And he's trying to get past the kicker, and that's when a couple of the Royals players are going to catch up to him, bring him down. But as you said, beautiful return.
Well, 6:05 on the clock now, and the Cardinals trail by 20. DuBois drops back, steps up, now chased, in trouble, and sacked. It's at least the 3rd sack of the ball game for this Royals defense as well.
Yeah, nowhere for him to go. He's trying to step up in the middle and look for somebody downfield. But again, good pressure defensively for the Royals. Able to pressure him inside, and then he's going to try and step to his left, and that's when too many white jerseys there brings him down.
Second and long, quick throw to the left side is complete to Ullman, but a very short gain. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Clock continues to roll as we get close to the 5-minute mark.
Third and long, DuBois throwing left side deep, wanted Ullman, and a flag comes in. Sorry, the pass intended for Logan Stockhausen. Defender was with him step for step, looked back for the ball. I disagree with this call, but the Cardinals are going to benefit huge.
We'll see the replay here, but yeah, I think the defender was step for step from him. And then, I mean, it's one thing if you're not looking at the ball, but when you turn your head and look back at the ball, it's tough to call that.
Well, we saw the weird call late on the Cardinals for a pass interference earlier in the game. Whether this is a makeup call, what have you, but I'm not sure that either of them justified.
No.
But at least this one, the flag was.
I mean, he's right there.
He's playing the ball.
He's playing the ball. Absolutely. I agree with you.
And the receiver is actually laying out on his own accord. That's a horrible call.
Yep.
But
the Cardinals will take it.
We saw it earlier where no flag was thrown, and then 10 seconds later they
changed their minds.
They gave the Cardinals a 15-yard penalty. So either way, it's 1st and 10 from the 31. Pass complete to Fearing. Tackled immediately at the 25, a gain of 6. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 25. DuBois, straight drop, quick throw, right side, pass is complete. And again, a very, very quick tackle. There's no place to go for Ogroski. But he got the first down.
And yeah, just a quick throw and moves the chains.
Handoff to Cummings Coleman, a nice hole, and a good pickup inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Gain of 7. 8.
Down the play, number 42, Mitch Jazierski for the Royals. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Zerski again on the tackle. Actually, I think that was a touchdown saving tackle. He got him around the ankles.
Dubois looking left, throws, wants the corner. And now that I thought was more of pass interference
than the previous.
than the one that was flagged, because you never saw Kanzler look for the ball, and Ullman blanketed and basically pushed out of bounds.
Oh yeah, and plus he's
a lot of he did get his head around.
Yep, he did turn.
I take it back. Good coverage, and he's been outstanding all night for Rogers. Owen Kanzler everywhere on the field, as we talked about. 3rd and 2 from the 9. Handoff goes to Kaijon Cummings-Coleman, and he's wrapped up and thrown for a loss. Helmet pops off as he hit the turf. I think they were ready for that.
I think so as well. Just trying to gain the edge, but they weren't going to let him have any of that.
And again, it's Wyatt Gilmore getting back there to start it, and it's Jazierski finishing it.
That's 4th down.
And back at the 15, it's 4th and 8. Pass is incomplete.
Now that should be pass interference. I think I thought he hit him.
That was, if anything, that's offensive pass.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he hit him. I thought it was contact
he was standing
by the defense
there. He was
first.
he was about ready to catch that. He's in a zone. He's about ready to intercept that.
Maybe not. He did step in front of him. I didn't see that initially.
Yeah.
So I take that back. At first, I thought he made contact with him first, but no, he definitely played the ball, and he definitely stepped in front of him.
And really, Ullman was forced to play defense on that and prevent it from being an interception, although I don't know that it matters much one way or the other. It's a turnover on downs or it's another interception. Either way, it's Royals ball with 2:52 to go and a 20-point lead. And they'll try to just milk the rest of this clock. Lund with nowhere to go on 1st down.
I think we have an injured Rogers player.
Well, when you run into Darius Oates,
yeah,
you're typically,
that's Powell.
Oh, it was Powell. And he's a strong runner, but you're not running through Dominic Olds. And when he lands on you, you feel it.
Yeah, you definitely do.
I'm surprised they have Powell out there running.
Yeah, I am as well.
Short loss on the play. He's able to get up and walk off.
Timeout on the field.
Of his own accord, and that's good.
Yeah, his night should be over at this point.
Well, unless there's a school record within sight.
That's different.
I mean, he's got to be closing in close to 300 yards rushing. Couple of scores. Pearson in the backfield and a flag thrown. I think they had 12 in the huddle.
Yeah.
So that'll make it a little more difficult for them. Push them back to 2nd and 16 from their own 9.
We'll get things going here.
Vlasic has gotten his workout running over for plays because his offense has been on the field so much. But it's only 3 or 4 plays at a time. They have been explosive, especially in this second half, and Royals with 3 interceptions in the second half. Handoff goes to Pearson straight up the middle. Has a nice gain, but it was second and very long. It's going to be third and about 8.
The Cardinals call another timeout.
Third and about 6 it will be from the 19. When is this number? I think this is, third timeout for the Cardinals. So it's the last time they can stop the clock, and they need 3 scores.
Yeah, not an easy task.
Hey, look at our Natoa award-winning puppets.
Yeah, we were.
Congrats to the CTN.
We had nothing
crew
to do with that.
That put together the Muppet promo that took a first place award at the NATOA Awards.
Yeah, the Natoa Awards. Nice, nice to get a little piece of hardware for some hard work for some great people. We also took a first place for a football broadcast against St. Thomas, and Sports Night took second place. So got a little bit of hardware coming our way.
Handoff goes to Dantzler. He breaks free, and no one is going to catch him. We saw his speed catch up with Walls. No one's going to catch Owen Kanzler. Another touchdown for him. This one, an 81-yard run. And if the last Dantzler touchdown, receiving touchdown, didn't do it,
this one definitely
it should definitely close the book.
Yeah, he got through a hole and he was gone. As you talked about, just some great speed to get down to the end zone.
Honnell puts it up and through. 48-21. Rogers leads with just 2:26 to play.
Yeah, this has been a very impressive second half for Rogers. It was Cardinals were led at the break 14-13, and it's been all Royals ever since. Again, watch him just step upfield, and no one's catching him.
Yeah, once he had that hole,
yeah, he's gone.
Like we said, I thought that Max Walls, on his interception in the first quarter, I thought for sure he was going to be all alone to the end zone. And this guy tracked him down. He probably had a 5-yard head start, and Kanzler was able to track him down, make that great play on defense. Again, he's their punter. He does returning, and then now he caught a pass for a touchdown on their last drive. Now he goes 81 yards on the carry, and it's all smiles for the visiting team after they had to have been a little worried at halftime, trailing by a point.
Well, they're certainly not worried now.
They kicked the squib kick to try to avoid a big return. Walls still able to get the Cardinals back into pretty decent field position.
You see the time remaining, 2:18 here. Rogers will move to 3-1, and the Cardinals will fall to 1-4 with a bye week a week from tonight.
DuBois looks right, passes left. Ullman absolutely buried as he makes the catch. Pearson there immediately to drop him for a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere. Pearson just laid the wood to him.
Du Bois throwing long over the middle, a pass underthrown, nearly picked off as Adam Broberg was playing center field. Nearly had the 4th interception of this second half for the Rogers defense.
Yeah, and that should have been an interception. He should have had that one, and he knew it. Du Bois going to loft that one up. A little wobbly there, but yeah, he should have had it.
Ullman really had to turn into the defender there and make sure he didn't keep possession. Throwing back against the grain, Ogroski's got it for a first down out to the 48-yard line. Or Stockhausen, rather.
Clock continues to move, and guards are going to have to regroup, talk about some things, and they've got some time to heal up anybody's that nicked up a little bit.
Du Bois throwing long, incomplete, looking for Jared Fearing on the right side.
Yeah, trying to go downfield, see if he can get that long strike to Fearing.
Second and 10. Du Bois rolling to his right, directing traffic, throws incomplete, out of bounds. And they're still bringing a lot of pressure, even up big. I mean, there are some.
There's some starters out there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they've rolled a couple of clean jerseys out there, but they got some guys out there who have just been all over the place. We've talked about them, Wyatt Gilmore, Mitch Jerzinski. They have the guys in the backfield, the defensive secondary that's been outstanding all game. Run up the middle for Cummings Coleman, gains a couple.
Oh, he's hurt on that. He was pushed. He was hit the turf pretty hard, but.
Clock stop with just under a minute.
See it again. He was taken down. Oh, right on. Oh, that's never good. Kind of landed awkwardly. He's getting up. That's good. Good to see. Walking off under his own power. Like to see that. Jeremy Shepard making sure he's okay.
Well, it doesn't look at all concerned, so that's a great sign.
Absolutely.
I think frustration has something to do with it.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And so the Cardinals on 4th and 8. Under a minute to play. Du Bois throwing long. And that is incomplete. And good coverage again, this time by Tyler Dubé.
That's Stockhausen again.
Well, and they've just got guys step for step with them.
Yeah.
Everywhere they go. And Du Bois is obviously a little frustrated as well. Second half has not gone the home team's way.
Definitely not.
And I would assume the Royals will come out, take a knee, and get on the bus with a very comfortable win, a fantastic second half.
Yes.
And they will advance to 3-1. The Cardinals limp into this off week. Got a couple of guys, key guys, that are nicked up. A couple of pretty lopsided losses back-to-back on their way in, and just a 1-3 record.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Coach Russin would love to get the guys back out there next week, but I think the week off is going to help them a little bit, kind of just to regroup.
1-4 record.
1-4, going to help regroup mentally a little bit, and definitely the big thing is healing up some of those guys like David Jeebley, and they come back and they've got a tough one their next game back. It's travel to Andover before they close out two games on the road before the playoffs start.
Well, and hats off to the Rogers Royals, especially the defense, but certainly Anthony Powell as well. Just a monster game for that young man.
Yep.
Kanzler had a huge game on all three fields, offensive, defensive, and special teams. A lot of really nice players,
yep.
But they came in and they turned this game around in a matter of 90 seconds.
Yeah, they
early in that third quarter.
They took control in that third quarter, and they really didn't look back at that point. So they got a great opportunity to get that win, and they will continue on.
As will we, Shapiro. Unfortunately, no football on the docket next weekend because the Cardinals are off. So are we. It's been an odd football season for us. We will be back when they take on the Andover Huskies on October 8th. But before then, we've got a boys and girls soccer doubleheader and a volleyball match on the schedule next week. We'll have more volleyball against Park Center on October the 5th. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Rogers 48, Coon Rapids 21. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe